The hardest thing about shooting from your phone and not having a viewfinder is having no idea if you look like a complete ass until after I've finished shooting this video. Hello my friend and welcome to my channel, the place where we don't take life too seriously because none of us are getting out alive anyway. And something else I have a tough time taking seriously these days, Instagram. I don't know if it's the unicorn armpit hair or the weird eyebrows, still a thing. Bruh. But I can't take the app seriously anymore, and one of the reasons why is something that I want to talk about today. Now before I go on, let's have some fun, shall we? For a moment, quickly stop and then imagine an Instagram model. You don't have to think of someone specifically, just like an image of an Instagram girl. Cool? Got it? Okay, now I'm gonna guess what image you've got in your head right now, okay? Chances are the girl you imagine, okay, she's got a Maria-like full lips, you know? Probably got it with a bit of help. You know what I mean? Lips that would put Kylie Jenner to shame. You know, if Kylie Jenner and Angelina Jolie, if they had a lip baby, I'm talking those lips. Then she probably has like really big eyes and these long lashes. I mean, lashes long enough to tickle her eyebrows and her ancestors. And this girl probably, her contour game is so strong that it can compete in a CrossFit competition. Chances are that's the type of girl you imagine. And the reason why I know, the reason why I know I'm right in this one and I've got the right image in my head that you've got in your head as well is because Instagram girls, models, influencers, people trying to be influencers on Instagram, they all look exactly the same. Instagram is breeding a whole army of clones. Shane Dawson needs to get in on this conspiracy because it's a thing. I feel like Instagram is slowly morphing all of the girls into this one super Instagram model being thing. And me being the extremely curious creature that I am, I was like, I wanted to know why. Because I saw this happening, especially over the last like 2 years or so, it was getting out of hand. And I was like, why? Why do all the girls on Instagram look the same? So I did a bit of reading, did a bit of research, like really intense research. I Googled Millennial Research. I did some intense researching and you know, everyone's got like their own theory, but I found one that I think makes the most sense. Here's the deal. Instagram is basically turning the entire world into one mini high school. Actually, no, there's like millions of people on Instagram. It's turning the world into one big maxi high school. Let me explain. The people who care most about, you know, fitting in with the trends, being hip and being cool. Did I just say being hip?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really.
Moving on. The people who care most about making sure that they know what's happening, what's trending, blah, blah, blah. Teenagers, young adults. So usually these are the type of things when you look at like a college campus or you look at specifically high school. Before we had social media, like back when I was still in high school, beauty standards then was usually set by like, yes, okay, you had the celebrities who influenced it, but for the most part, beauty standards, trends, those type of thing were set by the cool girls in school, the mean girls, the plastics, the Regina Georges of the school. It's like the girl said in the movie Mean Girls.
I saw Katie Heron wearing army pants and flip-flops, so I bought army pants and flip-flops.
It's the same thing. You would have these girls who are the trendsetters. They start doing things, other people do it because they're doing it, and boom. But the good thing about that was beauty standards still kind of differed in different places of the world. In America, it is different to what it is in Asia, and in Africa, it's different to, well, everybody, because in Africa, everything is, it's like 2 years late. Third world problems. But you had all these different like cultural and ethnic differences. You had all these cultural and ethnic differences, which basically meant that the beauty standards were different all across the globe. But now, with social media, you've got this platform where basically everyone in the entire world, we're all connected. And it's like a high school. We've got this small group of people that basically set the standards of what's hot, what's not. And the rest, we're all just trying to fit into that standard. So you've got people like Kylie Jenner, who is highly influential on the platform because she's got like how many freaking followers, and she kind of just did things to make herself feel beautiful, and then everyone just kind of started to follow her because she's like the Regina George of Instagram. And I'm not saying that she's horrible, I'm not saying she's a mean girl, like I don't know her. I think she's actually quite nice. I don't know. Who knows? Point is, I'm not saying she's doing it on purpose, like she's being a plastic on purpose, but the social dynamics of Instagram's basically creating this high school where you've got the popular girls like Kylie Jenner and everyone else just trying to fit in. So now everybody's trying to look like Kylie Jenner, which happens to be big eyes, long lashes, very contoured makeup, full lips. That is my interesting theory, and I think it makes a lot of sense. And I know it might sound like I'm saying it's a negative thing, and quite frankly, I do think it's a bit of a negative thing. Because I miss the days when you had like different kinds of beautiful. But these days, I feel like we've got this Instagram model mold, and we're just all trying to jam ourselves in there. Then you've got people doing ridiculous things like sucking on cups and things to get their lips bigger and putting on lash extensions to another point. And also I think like seriously the contouring makeup, it's gone a bit too far now, if I have to be completely honest, because we're all slowly but surely starting to look like drag queens. Just my opinion. But at the end of the day, there's one good thing that came out of all of this. One good thing. And that is the fact that big lips are actually in now. I don't know, like growing up, because I've always had these babies, these are all 100% real, weird flex, but okay. And growing up, people made so much fun of me because of my big lips. I was called fish lips and fat lips and all sorts of funny names, and it was horrible because my lips were also way too big for my face and I kind of had to grow into them. But that's besides the point. Full lips are officially cool, and that's the one thing that I've got going for me, which is very nice. Now back to reality. I don't actually think it's a good thing that we're all trying to become this one person. What's going to happen in like 10 years time? All the women in the world are all going to look alike. I mean, you've got Kylie Jenner lookalikes pretty much on every corner of the globe, and it's really scary. I want people to be beautiful for different reasons. I think we should be celebrating different types of beauties. Am I ranting and raving a little bit? Yes, I am. I'm really concerned at this point. Everyone's all concerned, me included, of a robot apocalypse where AI, they're just taking over the world. But we should really be worried about the fact that the world will be taken over and one day ruled by an army of Instagram clones. And with that, I want to say, if you enjoy my videos and you want to get some more of the Sunet action, remember to give me some TLC, comment, like, and subscribe. It's a silent T. But on that note, I want to give some love to Emma. Thank you, Emma, for being part of my YouTube family. Stay awesome, and remember, smile, because it gives your face something to do. And that way you'll never be bored. Ciao.